Hello everybody, I hope that you're all keeping really well. I thought that I would do another one of my quizzes. So I have created 5 more rounds for you, and they are various different questions. They're all muddled up but different rounds. As always, you can pause me, and if you need a little bit extra time for the questions, all the questions and the answers should be up on the Year 6 home learning page for you to look at. So let's get going. Round 1. Number 1 is, how many zeros are there in 10,000? How many zeros are there in 10,000? Question 2. How many weeks are there in 3 years? How many weeks are there in 3 years? Question 3. What is George Pig's sister called? What is George Pig's sister called? Question 4. What is the tallest animal in the world? Question 5. Which comic book character turns green when he gets mad? These are some of my favourite films. Question 6. How many pockets are there on a snooker table? Question 7. Which fairy tale character spent over 100 years sleeping? Which fairy tale character slept for over 100 years? Question 8. What is a baby goat called? Question 8. What is a baby goat called? Number 9. Hedwig the owl belonged to who? So who did Hedwig the owl belong to? Question 10. There is an invisible line that runs around the middle of the earth. What is this called? Remember, you can pause me at any time. Round 2. Question 1. Captain Hook was whose enemy? So Captain Hook was whose enemy? Question 2. Who lost her sheep in the nursery rhyme? Who lost her sheep in the nursery rhyme? Question 3. If I performed a slam dunk, what sport would I be playing? I've never actually played this sport. I've played similar to this one, but not this one. So if I performed a slam dunk, what sport would I be playing? Number 4, true or false? In Snow White, Doc was the only one who wore glasses. So true or false? In Snow White, Doc was the only one who wore glasses. Question 5. Noah took how many of each animal onto the ark? Noah took how many of each animal onto the ark? Question 6. Where would you normally find a narrowboat? You might see some of these around, but where would you normally find them? Where would you normally find a narrowboat? Question 7. In which game do you fire birds at pigs? In which game do you fire birds at pigs? Question 8. Who was the leader of the Merry Men? Who led the Merry Men? Question 9. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is in which country? One of my favourite places, this. or favourite countries. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is in which country? And question 10. Porsche is a type of what? Or Porsche. Porsche is a type of what? Okay, moving on to round 3. How many legs does a spider have? What is the name? Question 2. What is the name of the cowboy in Toy Story? Question 2. What is the name of the cowboy in Toy Story? Question 3. What is the colour of an emerald? What is the colour of an emerald? Question 6. You might have a variety of different answers for this one, but what is something that you hit with a hammer normally? What would you normally hit with a hammer? So what is something you would normally hit with a hammer? Question 5. What's the name of a place you go to see lots of animals? Number 5. What is the name of a place you wouldn't go to see lots of animals? Question 6. Whose nose grew longer when he told a lie? So whose nose grew longer when he told a lie? Question 7. What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? So number 7. What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan? Question 8. If you freeze water, what do you get? If you freeze water, what do you get? Question 9. What do caterpillars grow into? What do caterpillars grow into? There's quite a few about at the moment. And question 10 of round 3. Jack and Jill went up the hill, but what did they go to fetch? What did they go to fetch? Round 4. Question 1. Where does the President of the United States live? Where does the President of the United States live? Question 2. How many planets are there in our solar system? So question 2. How many planets are there in our solar system? Question 3. What's the response to "See you later, alligator"? So what's the response to "See you later, alligator"? Number 4. What type of fish is Nemo from the film Finding Nemo? So what type of fish is Nemo from the film Finding Nemo? Question 5. Front crawl, backstroke and butterfly can be found in which fitness exercise? So what sport would you be doing if you were doing front crawl, backstroke or butterfly? Question 6. How many sides does a hexagon have? Question 6. How many sides does a hexagon have? Question 7. Which planet is known as the red planet? So question 7. Which planet is known as the red planet? Question 8. Cheryl Cole used to sing in which famous girl band? She's got a different surname now, but she was Cheryl Cole when she sang in this girl band. And what was the name of that girl band? Question 9. How many years are there in 1 century? How many years are there in 1 century? And the final question for round 4 is, which continent is India in? So which continent is India in? Okay, and round 5, our final round. So question 1, how many hours are there in 7 days? Bonus point for those of you who can do this without using a calculator or asking an adult. How many hours are there in 7 days? Question 2, how many blind mice were there? How many blind mice were there? Question 3, what is Earth's primary source of energy? What is Earth's primary source of energy? Question 4, what does www stand for? What does www stand for? Question 5, which prince is next to be the king of the UK? Question 5, which prince is next to be the king of the UK? Question 6, what does a thermometer measure? So question 6, what does a thermometer measure? Question 7, what was the name of Willy Wonka's helpers in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? So what was the name of Willy Wonka's helpers in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Question 8, in Harry Potter, what is a non-magical person called? So in Harry Potter, what is a non-magical person called? Question 9, Christopher Robin was in which book series? So Christopher Robin was in which book series? Question 10. What were the 7 dwarfs digging for in Snow White? I didn't know this one. I wonder if you do. So what were the 7 dwarfs digging for in Snow White? And that's the end of the quiz. I hope you really enjoyed playing along with by yourself or with your family. I might pop on another one next week, you never know. So thank you very much for playing along. I hope you are well and stay safe.